Yeah, I think it's not something that just comes out of the blue. It's something we known obvious for a while. So first of all, it's a lot about the staff and management in terms of load, and like we set our weeks up so that when we don't have midweek game, we intentionally train a lot harder on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so we are ready for 3 games a week. So it's something we have progressing the last 8 weeks to make sure that when we have the 3-game week, we're ready. And then of course restitution, big deal, sleep, big deal, all those kind of things. So yeah.
So this last game, you got yourself another assist. You're in these positions, obviously, for the team that's important in the run of play. But in these set pieces, what is your necessary role? Just filling in on that time. We see you on that near post, flicking, shooting. That seems to be a preferred position for you.
Yeah, I think every player has some stuff and some positions in the box that they like, and we try to talk about it on a set piece team to make sure that everyone's in where they're most comfortable. And yeah, for me, over the last few years, that's been quite an area for me. I like to be around and be in there to both flick it to the back post, but also just flick on. So yeah, we work on different kind of stuff. So it's not an accident when something like that works, and I also think that's why we are celebrating that much, because set pieces is something we do a lot here. Almost every day we go through something. So yeah, it's something we have worked on.
Yeah, and then in being that defensive midfielder and that ring general, the field general position that you work, you almost have to speak 2 languages, the offense and defense. But what makes you more proud of that clean sheet effort, or just getting a dominant win with a victory at the end of it on offense?
Yeah, dominant win, of course. I think what makes me proud is like a full kind of performance, because in midfield you're part of everything basically. So if defense doesn't work, you feel guilty. If offense doesn't work, you also feel guilty. So for me, it's more control of a game, and make sure that we feel like we're in control. You can of course be in front and be in control, but you can also feel kind of secure when the opponent attack and have the feeling of okay, they need something special to score. So yeah, there's different kind of ways to do it, and I felt like we are, and me personally, but we are at a good place right now.
And then being captain, you're obviously the one that has to come up and have conversations with the referees in the run of play. What has that been like here in MLS? And are you happy with sort of what you're getting back? Some explanations?
Yeah, I must. So like I feel like every league you go to, there's people always talk about refs and stuff, and I've always had the view of I feel they have one of the most difficult jobs there is, because like people usually only talk to them when they're unsatisfied with something, or vice versa. But I feel actually here one of the good things I've experienced that they are good at explaining, and they are talking to you, which is for me the most important playing football, because like we make mistakes, they do sometimes also, but if they just tell you how they saw it and why they did what they did, it's for me it's fair. We have VAR to take the big ones out of it, so they also have help. So for me, actually, it's been very positive up until now. Communication is for me the biggest point.
And then what are some of the things that are coming up during training in terms of chemistry building, the fun aspects, the banter with the teammates? Like, what's that been like now after a third of the season gone?
I think it's been there from the start, really. We have the special thing with this club is that you get to a club where kind of everyone wants to be there. Like normally when you go to a new club or something, people have maybe been there a year or two too much, or somebody wanna be sold or some, I don't know. Here everybody came same time, positive mind, smiling. So I feel like everyone trying to contribute. Also now we have had a good start, and maybe did better than people expected before we went in, because we were a new team. That also brings up the mood. So right now it feels like we have good harmony in general throughout the squad, and it reflects on the game, because I feel like we are at a place where people also run the extra meter for the guy beside you, or like want to do the stuff we talked about. So yeah, we're at a good place.
How much, I know as an athlete you just kind of want to play one game at a time, but how much have you peeked at the schedule? And it's a very unusual schedule. You play so many home games right now. which means the road games are coming.
Yeah.
The East Coast trips are coming. How important is it right now to capitalize on that?
Yeah, I think we saw heading into May, like it could be a big May. We have a lot of home games, and we've also experienced ourselves that some of the away games in this league is at least different from I've experienced. It's long travel, or at least you go through time zones and stuff, or there can be altitude and humidity and all those kind of things. So yeah, we know the importance of the schedule, and I think we've managed it quite well. I actually think for specific our style of play, it shouldn't matter that much playing home and away, because we wanna take control of the game usually, and we're not one of those teams that just only get going by energy from home crowd and getting into the squad. So I feel we have the capability of winning a lot of away games also, but obviously we love playing at home at the Snapdragon, and we get the energy from the fans, so we need points.
Was it? Have you ever encountered a schedule like this? I mean, I know in Europe it's almost always one home game, one road game, and every now and then you get 2 home games or 2 road games, but never 5 out of 6 or anything like the way you're going through right now.
No, I never tried it before. No, so it's the
when
first.
you looked at it, did you say, "Wow, this is kind of interesting"?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, of course that, but also, For me and my family was also, we had a lot of guys that wanted to visit now because it's a lot of home games in a row. So yeah, we knew it from a couple of months back, but it like you noticed it and things were, but once you play football, you also just get going.
The last thing for me is, I know you're not a club that owns your own facility, so you don't have as much control over your field, but what's your concern level about the condition of the field? Last year it got to the point where the women's team had to move a home game. It appears to be deteriorating a little bit. Not that bad, but what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, we actually talked about it also after the game, the last game, because you kind of feel it, especially progressing through the game. It gets a little bit, I don't know if it's loose, feels there's a lot of sand already now put onto the pitch, which probably would mean that it's not struggling, but maybe a couple of games, maybe too much on it. I don't know. We are still able to play the way we want right now, so it's not like it's a bad pitch, and we don't complain as of yet. But we noticed also that it feels like top of it easily goes off a little bit.
Has he noticed a difference from the beginning of the season to now?
It feels like sometimes it's very different than we go to the pitch, and it's like must have been a game yesterday, and then next week we play there, and it looks completely different. So I think for right now it's been week to week, it's kind of changed. It hasn't been like slowly decreasing, but we noticed, and as I said, we talked about it.
When you say we, who amongst the players?
Just among the players in the dressing rooms, because you kind of feel it. It's also, you kind of feel like when you're doing tackles and slidings and stuff, you get more on the legs and knees if like it's a lot of sand and stuff. So
is it a danger? Is there an injury concern, or is it just a playing concern?
No, it's playing mostly. Also because we play the way we want, and we play high risk at our own box, so it's like if the ground is a little bit shaky, it can at some point, So
good point.
Yeah.